Winfield United Technical Seed Agronomist here with agronomist Josh Mayfield. And Josh, we got a lot of late and double planted soybeans. Let's talk about what needs to occur. We're July 29th. What needs to occur over the next 10 days in our soybean fields?
Gotcha. So a lot of our full season beans planted May or throughout that month, you know, they're sitting at anywhere from R3 to R4 right now. And what we're looking for, what is prime time to do, is there's 2 or 3 things growers need to think about. If they're wanting to push yield, it's a great time right now to tissue sample one more time. Pay attention to manganese, pay attention to sulfur, pay attention to any other micros, maybe a little bit of nitrogen at this stage of the game.
Check your rhizobes, see how they're performing.
That's right. The other thing I'm going to do is I know corn earworm is about getting ready to be bad up here.
Yeah, our corn's drying down, so they're getting R2, so we're looking for the next salad bar.
That's right. So if we're looking, we've growth stage, we know are around R3, R4. We're going to think about an Intrepid Edge, a Grizzly 2, a Tundra Supreme. Bifenthrin's good, but if we've got other mixes in a jug type of products with spinosyn or chlorpyrifos or anything like that, that's going to help control corn earworm.
And it's going to knock down our stink bugs too. We got a lot of stink bugs in our corn. It's going to be migrating from our corn to our beans, and they're going to sting those pods and sting those beans. So the Tundra Supreme gives us knockdown of our stink bugs. Then we got the Intrepid to help us with our worm control, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so we got our insects. You know, anything we can do from late season weed control. Some of our double crop beans are only V4, V5.
That's right, and guys are looking for options. They know that time's running out. If they've already got a dicamba tolerant beans in the ground, they know they're running out of time. So what we were talking earlier in the summer from Winfield United, we were talking a lot about our glyphosate, but we got to marry that with some alternatives.
You got to have residual.
That's right. Group 2 chemistries work well. The PPOs are going to be about your only option, Robert, for post control of the mare's tail, the pigweed, if we think we're going to have to control that without dicamba. But guys, let them get too big. When we're talking PPO inhibitors like Cobra, reflex type of products, ultra blazer type products, we're talking about pigweeds that are small.
Yeah, so that's 2 inches.
That's right.
That's about 2 inches. So you're looking at 4. You're talking about a hen, tops is 6 inches.
That's right.
And so if you put a Coke bottle or something beside it and it's as tall as that, it's probably not going to do a good job. You're going to burn the top of it, especially the pigweed. It's going to come right back, and so you're not going to get good control.
Right.
So weeds, insects, corn earworms, stink bugs, key. Diseases, we know frog eye leaf spots are key. So when's the key time for fungicide applications?
I'd say right now. And
R3.
You mentioned frog eye, and I was actually walking out here a few minutes ago. There is some frog eye here and there in this field. Even though it's been hot, it's been dry, still seeing a little bit.
We got a lot of humidity. We got pop-up showers coming over and get some humidity in this canopy, and that's a perfect spot for diseases like frog eye to breed on.
That's right. So this morning I was looking up the NC State recommendations. You know, they talk about strobilurins. They say some of the best control they get with frog eye is when we put strobilurins with triazoles, with some of the other
2 modes of action. Always.
2 modes of action. That's
a
right.
preventative and a curative piece in there, and
right.
it's like we're talking about weed control, or no matter what it is, you've got to have multiple modes of action in a tank versus just going with one. You put a lot of pressure on it, and so that's what we're going to be looking at for the next 10 days. And a lot of these late planted soybeans, you got to stage these correctly. You come down, from the top 3 to 4 nodes, and you see where that at. If it's a 1/4 inch pod, you're at R3. If it's longer than 1/4 inch, Josh, you're at R4, right?
That's right.
And so once you get R3, R4, that's your sweet spot for your fungicide applications and the last opportunity for micronutrients as well. So we want to make one more trip over these soybeans, these late planted soybeans, and we want to make sure our micronutrients, our nutrition's in place, our weed control's done, and our fungicide and stink bugs and earworms, those are key over the next 10 days.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us today. And if you have any other questions, you can contact Josh or myself or your local sales manager.